Hi, welcome to Namaste Yoga. This is episode 86. My name is Nienke, and I'm covering for Melissa today. In today's class, we're going to be exploring the eagle pose, Gaurudasana, the mythical king of the birds.
Welcome to episode 2.
There's our blanket. Excellent.
Asymmetrical twin. Dropping and sinking up.
Notice how the
Just notice.
Joining us for the second episode of
next week.
Namaste.
Welcome to Namaste Yoga. So today we're going to be exploring the eagle pose. And the eagle pose, we're going to be working with our shoulders and our upper arms. It's really good to open the shoulders, and as well as our hips. It's also great for all the joints in the body, moving from the ankles, the knees, the hips, and the shoulders, and the elbows, and even the wrists. We're going to want to be extra careful in this pose with any shoulder issues or any knee issues. So as we go along, I'll just be using some modifications and then offering variations depending where you're at. So let's first find ourselves into a comfortable seated pose, and I'm going to invite you to place your right shin in front of the left shin and the left leg. Okay, I'm just creating this kind of box-shaped pose. You could even just swing and bring the buttocks back a little bit, creating a little bit more of a box shape. So we're going to just start to slowly open up the hips a little bit. And here we're going to take a nice deep breath in and let go with the sigh. And we're going to start to roll our shoulders. Inhale, shoulders. And exhale, shoulders back and down. And continue rolling the shoulders, feeling your range of motion. Good. One more time. Inhale, shoulders up. And exhale, shoulders back and down. Okay, and then we're going to imagine we have wings. And we're going to bring our wings out to the side, our eagle wing. And we're going to open up the wings and turn the palms up towards the sky, lifting the heart, relaxing the shoulders. And then we're going to give ourselves a nice big hug here. So breathing in. And then bring your right arm on top, over top of the left arm, and then just give yourself a nice little hug and a snuggle. And we're just going to drop into a forward bend here. So just sinking forward, just being gentle with your hips. It doesn't matter where you get to in the forward bend. And just folding and dropping into for a moment longer. Inviting a deep breath. And letting go. And then come all the way back up and opening up your eagle wings to the sky. Inhale. And then exhale and release. Okay, so we're going to switch the legs. So just give your legs a little bit of a shake, a little movement. And then now bring the left shin in front of the right shin. Okay, so it's just an opportunity to explore the hips and balance out the hips. And you might notice one side kind of a little bit different than the other side, a little imbalanced. So just noticing. Okay, and then from here, let's open up our wings wide. And we'll bring the left arm on top of the right arm and give ourselves a nice big hug and snuggle. And then we'll slowly go into our forward here. And just take your time. You know, if something doesn't feel right, just give yourself a moment to just make any movements, little movements around so it honors your body. So we want to connect and tap into the wisdom of our body. Our body always tells us the truth. And one of the traits of an eagle in the symbolicness of an eagle is wisdom and intuition. And take a deep breath in here. And slowly come all the way up. And opening the arms again. Inhale. And exhale, release your wings down. Okay, let's just stretch out the legs once again. Okay, so we're going to swing our feet back behind us now, coming into the hero's pose. Okay, so the eagle's journey is somewhat of a hero's journey. And it reminds us that we need time alone. We need time to just be introverted and even focusing on the third eye in a meditation. Okay, so if this position doesn't work for you, you could always prop up and sit up on a cushion or a block. Okay, if it's not comfortable to sit on the feet. Okay, so just gazing here at your third eye center. This is the center of intuition, insight. It helps us to see the bigger picture, to see what's going on, to see the truth, and also to see alternatives. Okay, Gaurudasana, the mythical king of the birds, is also being consumed by the rays of the sun. So we're going to do a little sun breath here, a breath of fire. So you can place your hands on your belly here, and you want a rapid inhale and exhale. So we'll do a round together. Take a breath in. Slow it down and take a deep breath in. And let go with a sigh. Just take a moment to feel the effects of breath of fire on this beautiful sunny day with the sun shining, so we can see the path, we can see clearly. Okay, so it's also called the bunny breath because our noses can flare with the breath. So again, a rapid, short, equal inhale and exhale. Breathing in. And inhale, and exhale, release. Just take a moment to feel the effects. This breath of fire, the fire that transforms, that helps us to clear away, burn away that which no longer serves us, so that we can transform. Transformation is more about letting go than it is. It will naturally happen, the transformation, once we've cleared the space in our lives for that. Okay, so let's come up onto the knees now. And we're going to make those bird wings again and open our eagle wings out to the side. Okay, and this time, bringing the right arm over the chest. And we're going to just do a little bit of an elbow press and pressing the elbow in. So warming up the arms right now and the shoulders for our eagle arms. So just notice what shows up and happens for you in your own body in this pose. Always inviting the breath. So breath, we can bring in nourishment. And we can also let go of what is no longer needed. Okay, opening up the wings again. And we'll try that on the other side, the left arm. And again, be curious about differences. Curious, but with compassion. We don't have to judge our differences. Sometimes our lopsidedness, our imbalances. It's natural to have some imbalance physically in the body. And once again, opening the wings. Okay, excellent. And then all the way back down. Now we're going to come onto our hands and our knees. And we'll just do a few dog and cat movement, or also known as the cat-cow. And just warming up the spine, infusing the spine with energy. So the eagle is also good for the reproductive organs. It improves focus. And one more time here, folding the body after your next exhale down into a child's pose. And this posture, also known as Gaurudasana, sometimes it's called Balasana, the child. But for now, let's imagine it as Gaurudasana, that's the womb. And just kind of going back into the womb to the fetus. And even here, imagining in the eagle egg. Imagining the egg up high in the tree in the big nest. And the mother eagle watches over the eggs within the nest. And imagine you are one of those little baby eagles inside, growing and preparing for your birth when it's time to start to break free of that outer shell. And so slowly start to reach your hands forward now, stretching and lengthening into extended child pose. And imagine your fingers as eagle claws, and stretch the fingers and claw the mat. And then come all the way up into table, curling the toes and moving into downward facing dog. So we can continue to warm up in the pose by bringing one heel down at a time and moving your hips from side to side. Okay, breathing into the body here and lengthening through the spine. Shoulders away from the ears, opening the shoulder blades. And then slowly take your time starting to walk 1 foot at a time towards your hands. Support yourself in any way you need to do this. There's no rush. There's no race. There's no deadline. And coming into standing forward bend. And then slowly from here, let's roll up one vertebra at a time. Okay, and we find our way all the way to standing. So here, even rolling your shoulders a few times, just opening up the shoulders again. So we start to prepare and warm up for our eagle pose, Gaurudasana. And then bringing your hands to your heart. So we're going to move through some sun salutations today, continuing to warm up and bringing the rays of the sun into the body and exploring some variations of the eagle. So starting here, hands at the heart, inhale, and then we're going to exhale and come into a chair pose. This is where we bend the knees and we sink back like we're going into a chair. Okay? And the best that you can, try and bring your knees back as much as you can, so they're as much as you can on your ankles. This is challenging to do. It almost like you're going to fall back into the pose. Okay, you do create a little bit of a back bend, a little bit of a curve in the back, in the posture. And then we're going to bring the hand position up to the third eye. So your thumbs will be right at the place of the third eye center between the brow, and pull the thumbs away, and so that you're stretching your eyes to look up at the top of the fingertips. Okay, this is really good for focus and concentration. We're going to breathe in here And then we're going to exhale and we're going to dip down towards the ground, and then imagine those eagle wings then sweeping up to the sky. Inhale and gaze right up at the fingertips once again. Breathing in. And soar those wings out to the sides as you dip the heart all the way down into forward bend. So we're going to step our right leg back first into a lunge. Inhale. Step the left foot back into a plank. And then the exhale, knees come down into extended child. From here we can flow forward, placing the belly on the floor into a cobra, and then moving into a downward facing dog. I'm going to step the right foot forward first and come into warrior one. So you'll put that back foot on an angle and inhale, bringing the arms all the way up to the sky. Okay, feeling the strength of the warrior. The warrior is also about courage and strength, like the eagle. And reaching up, palms together. Exhale, wings out to the side as you come down. Okay, and we're going to step then that back left foot forward, coming into forward bend. And before we come up to the sky, you want a little sit in the chair again. Wings out all the way up. Straighten the legs. Look up at the fingertips. And exhale, hands come to the heart. We'll go right into the other side now. Breathing in. Exhale, third eye chair. Dip down. Inhale, sweep arms up. Look at the fingertips. And exhale, soar through the sky. Come into forward bend. Left foot will go back first this time. Inhaling, knee down, lift the heart, low lunge. Hold the breath as you step to plank. And exhale, come down into extended child. Flow forward into cobra, Bhujangasana, and then moving into the downward facing dog. So this time we'll step the left foot forward, put the back foot on an angle, rooting and coming up to warrior one. Okay, breathing, relaxing the shoulders. You can gaze towards the sky, bring the hands together, gaze up at the fingertips. Inhale, and then soar through the sky again as you bring your hands back down, stepping the right foot forward, coming into standing forward bend. A little sit in the chair position. Inhale, wings out and up to the sky. And hands exhale to the heart. And just pausing there for a moment, feeling the effects of Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. So this helps to bring energy, vitality, and is warming up our body for the eagle. So here we're going to move into a little bit of practicing our eagle arms, okay? So we're going to bring our wings out to the side again. Okay, and we'll start with the right arm. So you're going to actually, I'll just slightly turn a little bit to show the right arm is going to come into that elbow press position. And then the left arm will go underneath and around. And if you're unable to clasp, you could always hold it like this, or you could always hold it like this. And this one is called baby eagle arms, okay? So eagle arms. So we're just going to have a little experience of feeling that in the body. And in this pose, we can lift the elbows and point the fingers. And then still relax the shoulders. Okay, release the side. Inhale, open. We'll try the left arm this time. So it's like that elbow press. But we're going to use the right arm underneath and around to clasp, to hold. And you might feel this really, your shoulder joints, your elbows, your wrist joints, It's so great to improve flexibility in all the joints in the body, these major joints in the body. Okay, so again, maybe lift the elbows, maybe point the fingers, gaze at the top of the fingers, and breathe in and out. Okay, and then let's inhale, and wings come out to the side, and release your wings all the way down. Okay, beautiful. So let's continue our sun salutations, and inhale, exhale, hands to the heart, breathing into the heart space. Exhale, third eye chair, gaze up at the fingers, dip down, inhale, sweep arms up, gaze up, exhale, soar through the sky, and then touch the ground. Right foot goes back first into the lunge, inhale, hold to step to plank, and exhale, extended child. Inhale, come forward to your cobra. Downward dog. Just take your time, and the right foot will come forward to warrior one pose again. So take your time to root your feet and then come all the way up. And this time we're actually going to bring those eagle arms into the pose. So as you bring your wings out and open, the right arm is going to be the steady arm. The left arm will be, okay, I'm not mirroring you guys. So it will be your left arm, and your right arm goes underneath and around. Okay, so if I'm mirroring you, it will like this way. Yes. Okay, there we go. Okay, so breathing here where you are. And if you like, you can even dip forward into the pose and keep the gaze at the top of the fingertips. Okay, so from this position, we can release those wings and we can come down out of the pose. So you're going to bring your back leg and you're going to step it forward and you're going to come into your forward bend. Okay, sit in the little chair. Inhale, wings come all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands come through the heart. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So I'm going to come back to the mat. Inhale, exhale, and come into your third eye chair. Arms, hands drop down. Inhale, sweep arms up. And then soar through the sky like a beautiful eagle. And touch the ground. So this time it will be your left foot coming back into low lunge. Inhale. Hold your breath for the plank pose. Exhale, knees down, extended child. Flowing into the cobra. Belly can touch down, shoulders back. And downward facing dog. So now we're going to be lunging our left foot forward for warrior one. Put that back foot on an angle and carefully guide yourself all the way up. And this time, our eagle wings, we're going to bring the right arm forward and the left arm underneath and around. Okay, so I'm trying to mirror you, even though I'm slightly on an angle here. And breathing here in the eagle warrior. And if you want, you could even dip forward into the pose. Keep that left knee right on top of the ankle. Breathing, focusing. Inhale and exhale, and coming back down to the ground with your hands, stepping the right foot forward into forward bend. Sit in a little chair. Inhale, wings out and up to the sky. Palms touch, and exhale, hands to the heart. Just close your eyes here for a moment. Just feeling the earth beneath your feet. Feeling your beating heart. And reaching the top of the head to the spacious sky above. Okay, great. So we're going to actually try an eagle pose now with the legs as well. So in the leg pose, we're actually going to do a chair-like position. So we can start with a baby eagle. Okay, so baby eagle. So the chair pose, you bring the arms together and you sit into the chair. So what we're going to try and do now is take the right foot. I'm just going to slightly angle. And you're going to bring that right leg over on top of the left leg. Okay, so it's now a balancing pose. In balancing, it's very important to have that one point of focus. You could wrap that back foot all the way behind the calf, or just have it on the side of the leg, whatever works best for you. Okay. Okay, release this side. Just give yourself a moment to stretch, shake it out. And we'll try it on the other side. So we'll just start with the baby eagle. And this time you're balancing on the right foot, and you're going to bring the left foot over and around. Okay. And again, if you can tuck behind the calf, you can do that and really just wrap right around, or just have it on the side of the leg. For me, this side, it's better on the side of the leg. So just sinking into baby eagle pose. It's also okay, actually, to put maybe a big toe on the floor, just for a little support if you need. So let's release this side. Okay, and just give yourself a little shake out. Okay, so baby eagle. So let's come back. We're going to do our final sun salutation. This time we're going to bring the eagle into warrior 3 pose. It's another balancing pose as well. So inhale, exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale and exhale, third eye chair. Gaze up at the fingertips. Dip down, inhale, sweep arms up, palms touch. Exhale, soar through the sky like a beautiful eagle, and come down to the ground. Right foot will go back first. I'm going to try and mirror the camera here. Inhale, your lunge. Hold the breath as you step to plank. Now just if you want to try another variation, you could put the knees on the floor. Buttock stays up, chest sinks down. Okay, just a different variation, coming to the ground and then inhaling into your cobra. Moving back into downward facing dog. It's the right foot that will come forward for warrior. So just take your time finding those warrior legs. Okay, and the warrior 3 pose, you actually come up balancing on that right leg and come forward. So what we're going to actually try and do is bring our right arm under the left for eagle arms, and even try it in an eagle arm variation. So keep that focus. Press out through the left heel. Maybe keep the right leg straight, but don't lock the knee. That will prevent energy coming up from the earth. Support. Carefully step back. Wings out to the side. Inhale. And hands come to the ground, stepping your left foot forward. Just give yourself a moment here in forward bend just to release the low back. Release the head, the neck, the shoulders. Taking a deep breath in. And sighing it out. And sitting in the chair, inhale, wings out, up to the sky. Gaze up at the fingertips touching. And exhale, hands to the heart. We'll try it on the other side. Inhale. Exhale, third eye chair. And dip down. Inhale, sweep arms up, palms touch. Exhale, soar through the sky and come to the ground. This time the right foot will go back into lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Hold the breath to plank. You pick your variation. Extended child or coming down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra and downward dog. Okay, this time it's the left foot forward, lunge, and coming into warrior. So we're lunge position for our legs. So we're going to do warrior 3. So you straighten the left leg and hinge forward with the eagle arms. So it's the left arm under and around the right arm. Okay. And then you balance on the left foot, hinge forward, press back through the right heel, find your point of focus, gaze, and dip as much as you like, breathe. And I don't know, I'm imagining most of you watching this are not outside, but it's actually easier to balance, I find, when I'm doing yoga outside with nature. So let's just gently come back to the ground and step the right foot forward and just hang and dangle for a moment. Release your head, your neck, your shoulders. Release your low back. And breathing in and out. Okay, and then finally bring the wings up to the sky. Inhale and exhale, hands come down to the heart. And just take a moment, even releasing your arms to the side and just feeling your feet touching the ground. Take a breath in and sigh it out. I'm feeling the life force energy. Surya Namaskar. The sun salutation. Feeling the sun, the vitality, the energy. The pulse, the rhythm. Okay, excellent. So we're going to finally come to the full eagle pose, Gaurudasana. So we're going to do the balance like we did with baby eagle, and now we're going to bring the arms into it as well. I'm just trying to find a nice spot on the earth here that I can balance my foot. So another thing with doing yoga outside is when you're on the ground, you can find parts of the earth where you can literally hug your foot into. It's very healing actually to be barefoot on the ground outside. We get electrical current from the earth's core that's very healing for our bodies. Okay, so as we begin the balance, and we're going to start on the left foot, bringing the right leg over, okay, and then it's going to be the opposite arm is going to be on top, so our right arm will go under and around. Okay, so it's the left arm on top and the right leg on top. Okay, and then you're going to find your way into your eagle, Gaurudasana. Find your focus. Okay, this is not an easy pose, so do maybe just the legs, maybe do just the arms, and if you're able to sit a little more into the chair, the Mythical King of the birds, and you could dip forward into the pose. Concentrate, focus. And the bird, the eagle's about freedom too. Freedom, clarity. Okay, so come out of the pose freely when you need to. And then we'll give that a try on the other side. So it's the right foot I'm going to be balancing on. So the left foot goes over top. And the left arm goes underneath. Okay, so it's always the opposite. Whatever leg's on top, the opposite arm will be on top. Okay, finding eagle pose. Whew. This is building some heat in my body. I can feel it, but it feels good. Okay, the consuming rays of the sun. It's really purity. It helps to let go toxins, tensions in the body. We want that heat. It's kind of like melting the gold. So we can purify the gold, and then we can reset that gold. We can make a new path, a new imprint. Focus, breathe. And freedom. Freedom of the eagle. So go ahead and release in a moment just to shake it out. And then take a deep breath in. And let go with a sigh. So let's imagine now we are an eagle and we're going to just bring our eagle wings soaring through the sky a few times. Okay, and we're going to start to dip down and soar through the sky a few times. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale. Inhale. Sometimes you imagine these eagles, they come to the water and they go down, they scoop up their dinner from the water. You know, they have this ability. So come down and come back up. Okay, and then imagine here as you're up, just holding the mountain pose for a moment on the top of a mountain. And imagine the view from the top of the mountain. Good, and then taking your eagle energy, inhale, bringing your wings out, dipping your heart, and just holding there in this jackknife position with your wings. Spread the fingers, relax the shoulders. Maybe bend the knees a little bit, just to, invite more freedom in the body. And then imagine you're soaring through the sky and you can dip one wing down one way. And then maybe the other wing dips down. Good. And just imagine the clear seeing you get from up here. You get to see the big picture, the clarity. You get to see alternatives. And the wisdom from the eagle, the courage to take flight. And then gently come into forward bend. Just let the body relax. Let the body rest for a moment here. Just shake out any excess. And take your time to curl back into the egg, the eagle's egg, folding back into the child's pose, Gaurudasana, the womb, the fetus. Okay, and your hands could come by your feet, or you could support your head with your arms. You could have your knees together, or open the knees wider. And just snuggle your way back within. So take your time, just moving slowly. We're going to come onto our back now, just to prepare the body to lie in this pose for shavasana. So before we assume the pose shavasana, we're going to do a lying twist pose. And we're going to maybe try it in an eagle version. Okay? And so let's take the left leg and cross it over the right leg. And even if you want, you can lift the right foot, hooking the left foot around the calf. And then we're going to sink the legs down to the right side. As we relax the left arm down, maybe let the left head drop to the left. It doesn't have to if you feel better with your head at neutral. It's often good to bring a cushion out here, but you could sink your legs into the cushion here if you had one underneath the legs. And just stay for a few breaths. And notice if there's any part of the body not relaxing. So maybe if this twisting leg position doesn't work, you could untwist the legs. And just find a more relaxing place to be in. And then just take your time slowly moving out of the pose. And if you need to, just center yourself on the mat again. And now cross your right leg over top. And you could always just sink the legs like this. But if you were able to do the eagle legs, you could do that full wrap. And if that doesn't work for you, you could always unhook the legs and just come into a more simple twist. Okay, and maybe the arms just out to the sides here. Maybe your head drops to the right. Maybe the left hand just holding on to the right leg somewhere. You know, yoga is not about copying a picture, copying somebody else. It's about finding your expression of the pose. And just like there's no two snowflakes alike, there's no two people alike. And feeling it in your body, breathing into your body, relaxing into the ground beneath you. And then just take your time slowly when you feel ready to unwind this. And come back to the mat, come back feeling centered on the mat. And maybe hugging your knees into your chest. And just gently just rock yourself side to side. And then when you feel ready, place your feet on the floor. Lengthen the low back. Dig the heels into the earth, sliding the feet away. And the palms can face up, shoulders relaxed away from ears, chin slightly tucked. The eyes can close. Just take a few deeper breaths in and let go with some sighs. Just feeling the earth beneath you, the ground beneath you. And feel the whole body relax into just symbolically the Mother Earth, nourished and nurtured. And feel the sky above you. Symbolically, the Father Sky just watching over you, protecting. And making a little movie in your mind here at the third eye center. It's our place of imagination. And imagine going for a walk in a wooded forest with animals around. And imagine big trees and mountains And you see at the edge of the mountain cliff a big tree. And it has a quite large nest in the tree. And so you decide to climb up that tree and peek in the nest full of all these eggs. Imagine that you are inside one of those eggs. And it's time to hatch. And you hatch your way out of the egg as a baby eagle. Imagine what that feels like to be that baby eagle. And you have lots of sisters and brothers hatching too. And the mother-father eagle flying overhead, caring for you, protecting you, feeding you and nourishing you. And you grow bigger and bigger, and so big that one day, whoop, you kind of fall out of the nest and you realize you can fly. And so you start practicing with your wings, and each day you get stronger and you get bigger and more gracious, until it's time you realize you need to take a solo flight. The eagle reminds us that we all need time alone. And then we're able to even soar higher in the sky, connect with freedom. So you say goodbye to your family, you spread your wings. Imagine what that feels like to soar through the sky. And for a big bird, you're very gracious and beautiful. Imagine the clarity that you get from high in the sky. Feel the wind beneath your wings. The wisdom. Illumination. And taking all of these messages from the eagle, the teachings of the eagle, the wisdom, the strength, the courage, the intuition, the clarity, and gently bring yourself back here, back to your body, your physical body, lying on the ground. Imagine for a moment you could hover just above your body and just notice what you look like. See your body relaxed and peaceful. See how peaceful your face is. And bringing the consciousness of the eagle into your physical body. And coming back to body, starting to wiggle and move and stretch and maybe yawn. And maybe hugging knees into chest, rolling over to your right side. And even just for a moment there, just snuggling on the right side. You could bend your right arm as a pillow. And just see if there's any wisdom from within, wisdom from your body right now, any messages revealing themselves to you, because your body never lies. The body's always giving us hints and messages, and sometimes they're subtle and soft whispers. And maybe if we don't listen, they get a little louder sometimes. Sometimes a little thump on the head. Or a brick wall sometimes crumbles down before we notice. So we want to take time every day to tune in, learn to be more aware, to trust our intuitions, our insights. And so gently bring yourself all the way up and come into a comfortable seated pose. And bringing hands together at the heart. So the sound of the third eye chakra is the sound of Om. So we'll finish with an Om. And take a breath in. Let go with a sigh. We'll clear the space. And again, inhale. And when we bow our heads down to our heart, it's a way to honor our own truth, our own light within. And when we bring this hand position to the third eye, it's a way to honor the light and truth within everyone else. Namaste.